Hey everyone, how you going? I wanted to pop in and talk to you about what's happening on Earth at the moment and why everything is so crazy. And to put it into a nutshell, we are essentially moving from an old paradigm into a new one. And what that means is it's similar to, for instance, when the Egyptians were in rule and then all of a sudden they weren't, right? So for us, we are coming out of a patriarchy where things are kind of geared towards masculine dominance into a balanced matriarchy and patriarchy. So we're not coming into a matriarchy, we're coming into a balance of feminine and masculine energies this time. This is the first time throughout humanity that this will have occurred. So it is a pretty fascinating time to be alive at the moment, and even though it's a bit of a shit show out there, don't underestimate your position here and that you are not here by accident and that you have a purpose in this incredible shift. So yeah, like strap in because the ride isn't over yet. We basically, what happens is when a patriarchy collapses, it means that it comes to a point where we're at now where it goes down kicking and screaming. So a patriarchy isn't necessarily something that is for feminists to say is a bad thing, because a patriarchy actually harms men too, you know. It skews their view of themselves so that they're unable to access their full heart's wisdom, and obviously it has a negative impact on women as well. But you know, it's coming to an end, so we're going to be okay. But basically, we're looking at a future where we don't exist under the same social structures anymore. So, and specifically speaking for the Western world, is that it's not going to look like this anymore. So if you've noticed around you, all of our social structures are collapsing at a rapid rate. So the education system, look what happened through COVID. You know, there are so many kids that haven't been able to successfully complete their HSCs and whatever the equivalent is, you know, the last year of school, to be able to get into uni in a way where they feel comfortably prepared, because they missed so much time. And you know, so yeah, there's a lot going on there. Same with the teachers who are underpaid. They've become very much short-staffed due to the jab. You know, there were a lot of them that couldn't work anymore, and it's just highlighted, like that was the issue that brought it up, but it has really highlighted now just how underpaid teachers are. So there's the education system, the health system. I don't even want to start with that one, so maybe we'll do another video specifically based around that topic. But it is collapsing, and it's really sad because the medical staff are completely under the pump, and obviously the patients are affected because the staff are exhausted because there aren't enough of them and they're not being paid properly either. The medical system, you know, a lot of the governmental systems such as the police force, incredibly toxic culture in there, and there are absolutely police officers who are there to do the right thing. Unfortunately, there are more than one bad apple in that show, and the way that the system is structured allows them to, you know, get away with stuff that they shouldn't be getting away with. There's that. There's the prison systems not working for anyone, not rehabilitating anybody. You know, it's making profit for some people, but that's about all that's good, is that some people are getting to put money in their pockets about it, but it's not for a good reason. So, you know, as you can see, and the list goes on, like there's so many others, but the systems are collapsing, and so they need to collapse, and the reason why they need to collapse is because they're not working anymore. We're changing as human beings, right? All of this stuff is happening for a reason. The world isn't falling apart for nothing good to come out of it. It's a necessary transmutational period in humanity. So it's really scary because nobody really knows what's going on. But as long as you can understand that whilst what's happening around you and the world events that are occurring they're pretty scary, you know, like there's some very like concerning things happening, but they will end at some point, and they're happening because they need to. Yes, so the systems are collapsing for the purpose of us to shine a light on what it is we want humanity to look like. This is the conscious evolution. This is the Great Awakening. It's also known as the Great Remembering, which means as human beings, we are starting to remember the great gifts and talents and unique properties that we have access to as human beings that we have long forgotten. For instance, we are, you know, we're not a soul inside a body. We're a body inside a soul. Your soul sphere, your Merkaba, your vortex, your higher self, 3 meters around you, above, around, and under, right into the earth. So this body that you see, this is like the spine inside the soul, right? And what that means is that there's a whole bunch more to us in the etheric property around us that we don't even understand about ourselves. It has been understood in the past, which is why it's called the Great Remembering. It's like we've had a memory wipe, like in Men in Black, and we're just about to remember all of these amazing, incredible things that we're capable of. That we can travel dimensions. You know, like I sound like a crackpot, but I don't care because I know it's true. It is scientifically able to be reached. You know, this is stuff that's actually able to be proven. So watch this space, because that's what will happen next. We'll start to see these things occur. You can use the octaves in music, and it's what's in between each of the tones and semitones that are allowing you to access the frequencies required to be able to dimension hop. But you know, we'll get into that later. And everybody can do it. You can do it, I can do it. It's just about learning how. So we've got so many things to learn. And one of the reasons why, and I digress slightly here, I'm so supportive of our First Nations people and their plight is because they have that wisdom to teach us. We aren't listening to them. The fact that they have been here for so long means they have mastered those skills. They are absolutely unified with spirit. They know how it operates, right? It operates in a certain way. Everything has a system. So, you know, it's time we start to listen more than, you know, the end of our own nose kind of thing. But yeah, we are the ones who are going to create this new reality. So if we don't start to take control of the fact that we are, every single one of us that are here on earth right now, the people, we are here to create a new reality, and therefore it is our responsibility to think about what that looks like, because when we think about anything at all, what we think about is what our reality shows up as. So if we keep thinking, oh, same shit every day, da-da-da-da-da, that's all we're going to see. And the collapse of the patriarchy and these horrible things that are happening, we will keep seeing more of it. So the quicker we can have conversations with each other that are unique and different and probably a little bit strange, to visualize and paint a picture of what we want this new reality to look like. We don't really need to do much physically, right? Like, look at how absolutely stunning the world we live in is. It's already another dimension. It's just how we move through it and what we're capable of doing as human beings with each other. We've got to paint how this looks like. How do we want our education system to look? Because all of those systems, they're just not working anymore. They don't resonate with us because they're head-led, right? These are head-led structures, and we're coming down into a heart space. That's the evolution. We are evolving from here to here, which is the portal to the divine. Anyway, food for thought. Have a blessed day. See you later.